Welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hi everyone, I'm Mike.
And I'm Matt.
And we are back with our look at what does daylight savings time do? Yes, daylight saving time, that time of the year, twice a year, people in the West, mainly in Europe and North America, the more northern countries of the world, they will change their clocks in the spring and in the fall. 1 hour in the spring, 1 hour in the fall, you change or adjust your clocks. And there's a wonderful, not quite a rhyme, but a wonderful little saying, a little motto that people use to remember how to change their clocks, isn't there?
That's right, it's spring forward, fall back.
Okay, so in the spring you gain an hour, there's an extra hour in the day, and in the fall you lose an hour, the day sort of ends at 11 p.m. and suddenly it's 12 a.m. because poof, that hour just disappears just because people change their clocks. But this allows people to have more sunlight during the summertime. That's what we learned yesterday, and this is good for saving energy.
But this question of what does daylight savings time do was something I always wondered as a kid.
Yeah.
Because I was never a morning person anyway.
Right.
So when I would lose that 1 hour of sleep,
Yeah.
I hated it. I hated daylight savings time.
Okay, and I also kind of was confused by it when I was little. We used to have a rule, you can play outside until the sun goes down, then you have to come in. But in the summertime, that rule goes out the window. I remember lying in bed, looking at the light coming through my window. I must have been 7 or 8 years old. I loved playing in the park with my friends. And my mom would say, it's 9 or 9:30, you need to go to sleep. And I'd be like, but Mom, it's light outside. I can still play baseball and ride my bike. I don't understand this. And she would point at the clock and say, yeah, but it's almost 10 p.m. But it was still light outside. Very confusing, very confusing.
All right, well, I think we're going to learn more about what daylight savings time does. But we need to get into the article after this.
Let's check it out.
Daylight saving time is a good thing for some people. However, it's a bad thing for others. According to many studies, daylight saving time changes people's natural body clock.
Welcome back. Today we are looking at part 2 of our article, What Does Daylight Saving Time Do?
Yeah, and we haven't really answered that question yet, have we? Yesterday, we learned what daylight saving time is, right? It's there to get more daylight during the summer. We learned how to do daylight saving time, spring forward, fall back, change your clock, 1 hour. But what do we do this for? Why daylight saving time is my basic
We learned
question.
one reason last time, which was it can save energy.
It can save energy.
And therefore help people save money.
Okay, but we don't have, okay, yes, that is true, but I'm sure there are other reasons. So let's get and find out what they are, get into the article. Daylight saving time is a good thing for some people. Okay, however, it's a bad thing for others. Like little Michael when I was lying in bed, angry and annoyed that I couldn't play baseball when it was still light outside. So it could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. Let's go on and find out how and why and for whom.
According to many studies, daylight saving time changes people's natural body clock.
Okay, I get that, right? When you fly a long distance, the time is different in the new country, and suddenly it's hard to sleep and you don't know what time to wake up. Yeah, it is confusing for your natural body clock, the way your body just kind of knows if it's the morning, the afternoon, the evening. This, of course, helps you feel tired at the right time. All right, so we had this word here, study. Now notice we're using the word study as a noun, not as a verb. Not like I'm going to the library to study for my test. No, A study, using it as a noun, is basically a big research project done by scientists or other people. They will collect data and information, and then they will look at it, try to understand it, try to compare it with other things. The study is basically the answers and the new information, the new discoveries and knowledge that they got from doing all of that research, doing all of that hard work. Governments will make studies, companies will make studies. Anyone who wants to understand the world better could make a study to answer questions and learn new things.
All right, and we have another word there, which is natural. Natural is an adjective, and it means something coming from or made by nature. Or in the way that it was in nature.
Yeah.
So it has not been changed or made by humans. So when we talk about your natural body clock, we mean the way it is most times, the way it is normally without being changed or affected by things like daylight saving time.
Yes, exactly. And of course, that's why your natural body clock gets confused when you travel far away and there's a new time and your body is not used to this. Your watch will be fine. Your clocks will be fine. Your body will be confused. All right, let's move on to our break and then we'll come back to have more information and learn more about daylight saving time and who it's good for and who might not like it so much.
That makes it difficult for people to wake up. Because of that, people feel sleepy, react slowly, and pay attention less. So it's easy for them to make mistakes. The change in people's body clock can also lead to health problems. So, some countries decided to end daylight saving time. What do you think? Is daylight saving time good or bad?
All right, we are back learning about how daylight saving time can make life better or worse for some people. Of course, when you change the clocks, your body, your natural body clock might get confused. In the same way that if you travel far away to another country, another time zone around the world, your body again will be confused. You think it should be 10 p.m., but where you are, the clock says 9 a.m. You want to go to bed while everyone is getting up and going to work. So this can be confusing, and as the article says, even with a 1-hour change because of daylight saving time,
that makes it difficult for people to wake up.
Yes, it does. I guess in the morning time on a Monday, usually I think daylight saving time will always happen on a Saturday night. I seem to remember that's when it would be Saturday at midnight because it's the weekend, so it would confuse fewer people.
Okay.
But then on Monday morning, a day later, some people would still be confused and it could be difficult for people to wake up. Or you can always go to school an hour late and say, oh, I forgot to change my clock. Oh, what was I thinking? That doesn't work now because phones will do it for you.
Your phone should change automatically
it will change
now.
automatically. But it could be difficult to wake up on that Monday morning because you're tired.
Body doesn't change automatically, so it's difficult to wake up. Difficult meaning not easy. So not easy to do. So if it's difficult to wake up, it's just not easy or simple for you to wake up. So you might use this adjective, for example, to say you wrote a difficult test. You mean that the test was not simple, it was not easy.
Hard, in other words.
Hard is another word for
You could also say it's hard to wake up, it's difficult to wake up, it's not easy to wake up. And because of that, because it's hard to wake up, because your natural body clock is a little bit confused now, because of that, people feel sleepy on Monday morning, react slowly, and pay attention less. So it's easy for them to make mistakes. And I think if they do a study, they've learned that there are more accidents on the Monday morning when people lose that sleep. In the fall, when the clocks fall back, you will lose an hour. No, in the spring, when the clocks go forward, you will lose that hour. You will be tired on Monday morning. And I've heard car accidents go up. Even heart attacks can go up too. Because the body is just not comfortable and not ready for this change to the natural body clock. So a lot of things can be affected by that 1 hour change in time. And yes, of course, if you have to wake up early, if you don't sleep very well, or maybe you've just been really busy all day and used a lot of energy, you might find yourself feeling very tired. Your eyes are tired, and I'm sleepy. That's exactly what it means. I feel the need for sleep. I want to sleep. I want to lie down. Maybe just take a nap for 20 minutes. If you feel sleepy at home, that's okay. Yeah, take a nap. But of course, if you're driving a car, if you're at work, if you're at school trying to study, feeling sleepy basically means your brain needs a rest, your body needs a rest, you need sleep.
And another thing that happens when you're sleepy is that you're slow to react. So to react is to act or to make an action in response to something happening. So when you react to things, for example, if you are driving, you need to react to the other things on the road. You need to react to a stop sign to stop your car. And if you're slow to react, you might not be fast enough to avoid some accidents or car crashes.
Exactly. That's why they say don't drive when you're sleepy, don't drive if you drink wine. All of those things will make you slow to react. So if a car comes in front of you or an animal runs out, you might not have time. Your body and brain might not work fast enough to, avoid or not have a big accident or a problem. This can be quite dangerous for people.
That's right. The change in people's body clock can also lead to health problems. So some countries decided to end daylight saving time.
Interesting. So in some places, they don't do this anymore. I think it was also something they did mainly for farmers to have more light in the summer, to do more work, because of course farmers are very busy during the summer. But of course now there aren't so many farmers and farms. People live in cities. They have lights. They can turn on the lights. We don't really need daylight saving time now like we did 100 years ago. So here's a question for you guys. Now you know a little bit about it. Maybe you've even gone to America or Europe when this change happens. What do you think? Is daylight saving time good or bad? Would you like to change your clocks twice a year? Do you think having an extra hour of sunlight during the summer would be good, bad, or I don't really care? Have a chat about that. And do remember though, spring forward, fall back. Take care, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Daylight saving time is a good thing for some people. However, it's a bad thing for others. According to many studies, daylight saving time changes people's natural body clock. That makes it difficult for people to wake up. Because of that, people feel sleepy, react slowly, and pay attention less. So it's easy for them to make mistakes. The change in people's body clock can also lead to health problems. So, some countries decided to end daylight saving time. What do you think? Is daylight saving time good or bad?
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 study 名词研究。Helen is doing a study on climate change. Helen 正在做一份气候变迁的研究。下一个单字 natural 形容词自然的、天然的。Susan is a natural beauty. Susan 是一个天然美女。Beauty 指的就是美女。下一个单字 difficult 形容词困难的。The test was difficult for me. 这份测验对我来说是困难的。最后一个单字 sleepy， sleepy 形容词，想睡的。I felt tired and sleepy after work。下班后我感到疲倦，想睡。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 according to 加名词，根据什么？这是一个固定用法。我们来看看这个例句。According to the weather forecast, it will rain tomorrow. 根据天气预报，明天会下雨。Forecast 指的就是预报。下一个文法 wake up 醒来睡醒。Wake 的三态是 wake, woke, woken。我们来看看这个例句。I usually wake up at 7 a.m. 我通常7点醒来。最后一个文法 pay attention 注意专心。Pay 的三态是 pay, paid, paid。Attention 是名词，意思是注意力。我们来看看这个例句。You need to pay more attention in class. 你需要在课堂上更专心。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Taroko National Park is famous for its stunning marble gorge scenery, with cliffs and canyons everywhere you look. The Earth's crust has lifted, and the Liu River has cut its way through, creating breathtaking natural scenery. The park is full of towering peaks, with nearly 1/6 of the area being mountains over 3,000 meters high. Visitors can experience the changing seasons and the rich wildlife here. Taroko National Park is located in the eastern part of Taiwan. It covers parts of Hualien, Taichung, and Nantou County. The total area of the park is 92,000 hectares. It is surrounded by mountains on 3 sides and faces the Pacific Ocean to the east. Taroko Gorge is one of the most popular tourist attractions in the park. It is cut by the Liu River. People come here to see the amazing cliffs, waterfalls, valleys, and rocks with amazing shapes. Taroko National Park provides a variety of habitats for plants and animals. Some of them are endangered and in need of protection. Come to Taroko National Park and experience the awe of nature. In addition to majestic cliffs, waterfalls, and blue streams, Taroko National Park also features natural wonders like Swallow Grotto and the Tunnel of 9 Turns. There are also historical sites, trails, and indigenous villages to explore. The beauty of this place will amaze you.